When it comes to Spider-Man, I think one thing that many people, including myself, love about the character is just how many different versions of the suit he's had. You know, there's so many that any person you ask who really reads the comics, chances are they're going to tell you their favorite version is a version of the suit that you've heard of, but it's not necessarily yours. Mine is the Future Foundation, the white costume. I love that outfit. And I know for many people, it's the black suit. Now, of course, the black suit is the symbiote, which first made its appearance in the Secret War comic line, all the way back in 1984. Now, of course, since then, the suit has been largely tied to the character of Venom, and rightfully so. That character has made it pretty much famous, I would say, more so than when Spider-Man got it. But of course, the Venom character rights are over at Sony with that solo outing, and by all accounts, Venom isn't part of the MCU. So recently, Tom Holland, the guy who's actually playing Spider-Man, got asked directly regarding the black suit and if we could ever see it. And he said it hasn't even been brought up in discussion, and that Disney hasn't discussed it, and he doesn't think it's going to happen. So I think, you know, if they're going to do it, you would have to do it in a very, very careful way, because it's so hard to use that suit, and it's so integral to Venom. Even though if it wasn't first appearing with Venom, that's what people know it with. And, you know, they have teased we might get Secret Wars. So maybe Secret Wars would be a way to do that. But Secret Wars, by any stretch of the imagination, probably isn't happening for another decade at the earliest. So really think about that and know that if the suit appears, it's not anytime soon. But if Disney hasn't mentioned it, they're not talking about it, they're probably not interested in that. And I would assume that the suit is once again heavily tied to the character of Venom, which, once again, by all counts, isn't in the MCU, and that's its own thing. So you don't want to confuse people with where it is and what you're doing with it and what this and that is. So unfortunately, if you guys want the black suit in the MCU, I think Venom has to fail, and then they have to go back to the drawing board.